Okay, this is Jeff Scott talking Bootstrap. We're in the last example, which is popovers. And it worked out well, actually, that we did tooltips and now we're doing popovers because they're virtually the same thing. The difference between tooltips and popovers are the fact that when you use popovers, you can add more information, typically, than you can with a tooltip. But I want to actually go to the end of this document to show you this. That if we go to the end here and we look here at the events, they're virtually the same as the ones we saw for tooltip, just replace the word tooltip with the word popover. The same when we talk about the methods. They're exactly the same except they're .popover rather than .tooltip. And also the same with the options. Alright, so basically everything is set up the same. So let's take a look, because what that means is we can only, we've already done this, we've already done the setup, so we can just concentrate on like pages 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so the default popover will be shown to the right of a button, alright, which is the element that we're popping over. So they tell you to put in this code right here. So as always, now I hopefully have learned my lesson, so I'm going to come into the body here and I'm going to put in this, but I'm going to actually take the script tag and I'm going to move that down to the very bottom, right above my actual ending body tag. Alright, so that'll take a second to fix this, but just a second. There's the button. You can see what it is. The title, basically popover title. Let's see, let's make it a capital T. And here's some amazing content. It's very engaging, right? So we should be able to click on that and bring that up after we do this, which is going to basically set up so that we're able to use popovers just the same exact way, virtually again, that we did for tooltips. Just replace again the word popover with the word tooltip. Alright, let's save and run it and see if indeed it works. Okay, again, looking at the final end product, it does again appear as though there was some CSS that was added in here. So let's look, and again there it is, just some margin for the body. So as always, what I have been doing, come over here and we'll bring up our CSS5, which was, or style5.css, which was the last one. Remove all that, replace it with this. And we'll do a file, save as, and we'll save that as style6. It'll be the last one that we're doing in here. And in here we will make sure that we include style6. Let's run it and see if that indeed moves it over for us as it did in the example. There we go. Click the toggle, so turn it on, turn off, on, off. You can see that. Alright. So we've got that. We can again use the same kind of directions that we used before if we want to add buttons on there. Nothing new. So we can again have the popover on the left, on the right, etc. So let's go ahead and put that in. I don't know if I'll have to actually comment out the stuff that's out there, but we'll see. Let's just put it in there and see if that goes down below the other stuff. And that will be it, other than, oh, there's a dismissible popover. We'll do that next. In fact, let's go over here, and the stuff that we just put in right here, let's comment that out. Alright, which is the stuff right here with that button. And let's bring in the other button stuff. It's only 15 lines or so, so it shouldn't take very long. There's their popover on the left with that button. The next one is our popover on top. Again, I hope that you do not consider this to be a waste of your time. That's not why I'm doing it. Just about finished. And we'll check to see when we get done if we do have popovers in all 4 directions. Alright, ideally we will. Should be one more line, and yep, that's it. Okay, let's save and try to run this and see if indeed they work. Popover on the left, okay. Popover on top, okay. On the bottom, and on the right. Pretty obvious. And again, it all appears to work and work just fine. So the only thing that's left is the dismissible popover. Use the focus trigger to dismiss popovers on the next click that the user makes. Alright. And again, I will grab that, and just because we can, let's go and take all these buttons that we just added, and we will again comment all of them out. I don't know why they put that in there for the text. I'm going to change that to, this is a popover that appears on the left. I like that better. I don't know what is Vivis, all this other junk. This is a popover that appears on the top. This is a popover that appears on the bottom. This is a popover that appears on the right. In fact, I'm going to leave those there to make sure that they worked. And then let's add this last one. Alright? So, let's put in a couple line breaks here. Alright, so we've got what? An anchor tag, for whatever reason, that we're using here. Alright, tab index class equals this, role is button. Remember, in Bootstrap, you can use anchors like buttons. Title equals dismissible popover. Data content, again, and here's some amazing content. I don't know why. I'm just going to say this is a dismissible popover. set it up like that. Alright, so let's look at all of our popovers. So there's our one on the left, our one on top, our one on the bottom, our one on the right. There's our dismissible. Well, of course I've got to close the one on the right, or on the bottom rather. So now, dismissible popover. This is a dismissible popover. Now when I click over on the bubble, it doesn't stop here like it does there. Alright, clicking the button doesn't do anything. It's clicking the message that does something. And the last thing that I'm going to do, because I'm finished, is instead of making that 2 line breaks, I'm going to make it 4. Actually about 5. Let's go nuts and go 6. Because now these things should be plenty far away from each other. And move it down. Left, top, bottom, right, dismissible. So there's all your popovers. Alright? Hopefully you got something out of these 11 lectures that I did, and it's something that you'll be able to use in the 152-158 class.